We're at Two States, One Mic. Where this is your favorite podcast here, where Massachusetts and New Hampshire collide like Red Sox fan and New Yankee fan. Oh, let me bring that back. Welcome back to Two Sides, One Mic, your favorite podcast, where Massachusetts and New Hampshire collide like Red Sox and Yankees fans at Fenway.
Except we're funnier. We smell better, and nobody throws beer at us. Usually.
Yeah, this week we got everything: sports, smack talk, wild weather, crime talk. We'll make you laugh, and random stories you don't even know you need it.
Basically, the news diet you didn't order, but you're about to love.
That's for sure. So we're gonna do a sports segment this time. This is the first time we're doing a sports segment. I'm pretty excited about this actually. So let's do it. So Patriots fan and meltdown. All right. So Pats fans dropped another game this week, and fans are acting like the world's ending. Even though it's only week three, social media is in pure chaos. That is just like Boston fans. Boston fans will go from we're winning the Super Bowl to fire everybody in less time than it takes to make a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's ridiculous.
I saw one guy on Twitter writing a breakup letter to the Patriots like it was a toxic ex. It's not me, it's you. You don't try anymore.
Well, how about so, Carrie? Do you think Pat fans are more dramatic in sports, or do you think Yankees fans still hold that crown?
I definitely think Pats fans. I know a couple of people that are Patriot fans. I'm not one of them, but that's just me.
Yeah, but I've heard stories where Yankees fans actually like killed people. So it's a not too. It's a very thin line there. But
Oh, okay. If you had to pick, watch the Pats lose all season or sit through one Red Sox versus Yankees game with no beer, what's worse?
I could sit through the Red Sox and Yankee game with no beer because I don't drink. So that's easy for me. So that's a pretty easy one. What about you?
Um, I Red Sox versus Yankees probably. I don't drink, so
Yeah, I would definitely don't want to see the Pats lose all season. But anyway, which fan base is more dramatic, the Patriots, Red Sox, or the Bruins? So that's a listener's question. So if
uh,
you listening, and you can that's for the listeners there to answer. Send it into the chat if you're listening. All right. So yeah, so it's on you, Carrie.
high school football heroics details. A New Hampshire high school quarterback threw a 70-yard Hail Mary with 1 second left. Won the game. Town went nuts.
Nice.
Nothing beats small town football drama. That kid just bought himself free pancakes at every diner until graduation.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna be a hero. He's definitely not gonna have a problem. Honestly, forget prom king. That throw was just that was just the prom. Like that throw was just the prom. Honestly. So yeah.
Jerry, if you peaked in high school, what was your moment?
My moment was honestly, I'm gonna be like 100% honest. My moment was not going. I never peaked. I went to the worst high school ever, and I just went got a job and just basically said forget it. So, but would you rather be the star athlete on a high school or one who invents TikTok and retires at 22?
I would do the one who invents TikTok. I wasn't much of a high schooler either.
Yeah, I was definitely an athlete. I just didn't have the grades to play. But I was it was highly anticipated. A lot of people wanted me to play on the team, and I just wasn't focused, so it just didn't work out for me. But what's the coolest sports moment you guys ever lived? Send that into the chat, and we'll read it off on the next when we post this. Let's see. So weather segment here. Nor'eastern incoming. Meteorologists predict a nasty nor'eastern this week. Heavy rain, winds, maybe snow up north. Snow already? Jeez. only in New England can you shovel snow in the morning and mow your lawn in the afternoon. That's real, real, real.
I love that meteorologists act like hype men. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be wild. Maybe rain, maybe snow. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Carrie, are you a storm prepper with candles and batteries, or do you just wing it out, one flashlight and vibes?
I'm definitely a wing it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't prepare. I'm not a preparer for anything.
Yeah, you actually regret it when it gets too crazy, but hey, you know, it happens.
So Jerry, worst storm memory.
Huh. Um, let's
Did you
see.
lose power or worse, did you lose Wi-Fi? What's the worst storm memory?
My worst storm memory is waking up to a blizzard. Obviously, it was in New England, obviously, and I went outside and it was up to my chest. Literally, I stepped out from the porch and the snow was up to my chest. Couldn't
Oh,
even walk. It was insane. It was like at least
that's
4 feet of
crazy.
snow. Yeah, because I'm pretty tall. I'm like 6 feet. So
No,
it
you're
was
not.
like,
Stop
oh,
stop trying to convince people. You're not that
oh,
tall.
well, okay, well I'm 5'5", but anyway, still, it was up to my chest, so it was a decent amount of snow. You don't got to tell people that. What's your ultimate, not intimate? Why am I saying you're gonna get intimate with the snow? What's your ultimate snow survival kit? Be honest. How much of it is snacks? That's for the listeners right there. Yeah.
So record heat wave in September. Parts of Massachusetts hit 95 degrees this week in September. New England weather is just like drunk. New England weather is just drunk. Like, oh, you want it to fall? Nah, here's Florida.
Yeah, yeah, the weather has been a little nuts, and I swear my AC has trust issues. It thought it was done for a year, and now it's back in the trenches. It's rough. It's really rough.
For sure. Because it was like really hot today.
Yeah, it was.
Pumpkin spice latte in 95-degree heat. Refreshing or a crime?
I would personally say, for most people, pumpkin spice latte. If it's a pumpkin spice ice latte, then it would be refreshing. But I don't know about a pumpkin spice hot latte in 95-degree weather. That would be a little crazy, but people still do it.
I mean, they say that if you drink something warm in warm weather, you'll be cooler.
Yeah, you also be sweating. So what's the worst sweating? Yeah, see, what's the worst sweating through a fall flannel, or what's worse, sweating through a fall flannel or freezing in July because the weather flipped again?
I'm not all about the sweating, okay? I'd rather be cold than warm.
Well, the way things are now, you got to bring a extra change of clothes everywhere you go because you don't know what the weather's gonna be when you come outside. So it'd be like that. So do you actually trust the weatherman, or do you just check your phone and guess? That's for the listeners right there. All right, we're gonna do a crime segment here. This is our first time doing crime segment. Alarm flamingo crime spree. This is big. A New Hampshire neighborhood spotted a string of lawn flamingo thefts. Police are asking for tips, like are there hot pieces of art or something? Why are people taking lawn flamingos? Imagine explaining to your insurance company, yeah, my flamingo got jacked. Like,
I want to see the police lineup. Just a bunch of plastic flamingos with sunglasses.
yeah, I can see that too. And then, have them all in there, picking out people in the lineup. Really thinking these flamingos are gonna pick people out in the lineup. But so, Carrie, if you could steal one ridiculous lawn decoration, what would it be? And I would definitely turn you in if I knew you stole a lawn decoration. I would turn you in. But we're just gonna find out what would it be?
Gnome.
Oh, not a bad
A
choice.
gnome.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
What about
For
you?
for me, it would be a really cool light display.
Hmm.
The ones that go like off of the house, but really cool. I would that would be if I was gonna go there. That's what I'm.
Do you think this is a prank or an organized flamingo heist?
It's definitely an organized flamingo heist. The flamingo market must be high right now. It must be up there. Gotta be. There must be a black market for plastic flamingos right now that people don't know about. So, what's the funniest or weirdest theft you've ever heard about? That's for the listeners right there. Gary?
Massachusetts beer break-in. A black bear in Western Mass broke into a garage, stole birdseed, and left a mess. Bears are the new raccoons, just bigger, scarier, and with better snack options.
Well, at least it wasn't chowder. Then you'll really have a Massachusetts riot. People don't play that. They'll be hunting that beer down.
Jerry, if a bear broke into your house, what snack do you think it will steal first?
I think the bear would go for my he would probably go for my because I like jelly type snacks. I like gummy bear type things, but really soft. I think he would go for those first. What about you?
You like soft snacks?
Yeah, I like soft gummy stuff.
I mean, they would probably go for my kids' snacks because I got tons of Cheez Its in the kitchen. So
Well,
I'm
cheese is
guessing
not
Cheez Its.
really. Cheeses is not really a very. I think they would go for the cheeses, but cheeses is not very popular. I think. Anyway, I have a story. I'll go with that. So recently, I went camping. It was like maybe a few months ago. Went camping, and I didn't realize because I had a tent pitch and everything. I didn't. That it wasn't my first time camping. It was my first time roughing it. Usually, the last time I went was in the trailer. So this time we roughing it, and then ah shit. So got a little tipsy, and then decided I cooked a bunch of food. I cooked a bunch of stuff on the grill, had drinks, and then I decided I was gonna crash. So being lazy, didn't put everything away. So in the middle of the night, we're hearing like all this fucking crazy noise. I open up the thing, it's like raccoons and skunks and all types of stuff just going through all our food and stuff like that. So that wasn't fun at all. So that was actually kind of scary because I'm sitting there I'm throwing stuff at them, trying to get it away, and especially the raccoon, he wasn't moving. But anyway, so that was just my little story. But let's move on to world's largest ice cream sundae attempt. All right, that sounds good. A town in Vermont tried to break the record for the world's largest ice cream sundae, thousands of gallons of ice cream. If I was there, I'll just grab a spoon and say, "This is my gym membership now. I ain't going nowhere."
The lactose intolerant people of Vermont must have had a really bad week.
You know they did. So, Carrie, what ridiculous food record would you want to set?
Ridiculous food record. What would I want to set? Hmm. Ridiculous food. I don't know. That is a difficult question. It would probably have to do with ice cream or something.
Ice cream.
Yeah, a
Oh,
food record with something to do with ice cream.
okay.
What about you?
What ridiculous? It would be like a seafood
Hmm.
contest.
Okay. Would you rather eat a giant sundae or bathe in one for the record?
I would rather eat it because bathing in one that can't be comfortable. All that sticky stuff, I'm not with
Hmm.
that. That's kind of freaky. I'm not with the food freak stuff. So, anyways, for the listeners, this is for you guys right here. What food would you happily eat way too much of? Let us know.
Okay. Man tries to rob store with a zucchini.
Oh my goodness, what?
In Europe, a guy tried to rob a store using a zucchini as a fake gun.
What?
Police weren't impressed. Honestly, Respect for the creativity. That's farm to crime innovation.
Yeah, I just want to know, was it organic? You know what I mean? Like, was it, at least was it organic? That's all I want to know. That's all I'm asking.
Jerry, if you had to pick a vegetable weapon, what would you choose?
I would say vegetable weapon. I think I'm gonna go with the eggplant because the eggplant can be dangerous. You can do a lot of things with an eggplant. You can scare a lot of people with an eggplant. People know what the eggplant means. They know what it can do. So,
Hmm, trying to think.
what about you?
Trying to think. I think I might go with a pumpkin.
Yeah, you gonna pick a pumpkin as a weapon? What are you like?
No, you
What's
can
his
throw it
name?
at people.
What are you, the villain on Spider-Man? I already forgot his name, but he throws a little pumpkin. What the hell is going on here? All right. So, do you think the cashier actually hesitated or was like, "Sir, that's salad. That's a salad ingredient."
um, I don't think the cashier hesitated. I
He
don't think
said,
the
"Hey,"
cashier
he
hesitated.
said, "Sir, do you know that's a salad ingredient right there?" Oh my goodness. Oh my. All right. What's the weirdest thing you ever seen someone use as a weapon? That's a question for the listeners right there. Okay. So this week we covered a pretty decent amount of stuff. I actually think we covered a nice amount. So this week we covered the Pats meltdown, teenage sport legends, beer stealing snacks, and someone committing armed zucchini. Can't beat that, man.
Basically, New England is wild. The world is weirder, and our listeners have the best stories we want to hear about.
So yeah, follow up with us and your answers, and hey, lock up your flamingos for real. And this is two states. This is two states.
One mic.
We'll
See you
see
next
you next Thursday.
Thursday.
All right.
What?